If your cash ain't right, if your cash ain't right, put some cash in your life, put some cash in your life. Cause what's the credit score when you got your cash right? Put some cash in your life, put some cash in your life. If your cash ain't right, if your cash ain't right, put some cash in your life.
YouTube Zodiacs, what's good? Is your favorite Gemini, KashDaGemini, back with another video, back with episode 15 of the Cashing Out Show, which is very crazy because it's like, dude, like we're already on episode 15, so that just means that episode 20 is fastly approaching, and then 25 is like we at the 1/4 mark of 100, so it's just crazy to think, man. But episode 15, we got Prime Collectibles in the building. Very excited to have him. I know a lot of you guys have recently saw his room tour, not one but 2 parts. So I'm very excited to have him here today. And how's it going with you, man?
Yeah, good, man. Thanks for having me on. It's an honor.
Hey, the pleasure is mine, man. Like I say, this show is all about the community members. The show is not about me. Just want to let people know a little bit about the individual, a little bit deeper to what got them to this point here. So it's always pretty fun. But before we get started, just want to say hello to the people in the chat. Give me 1 second, actually. Let's see here. All right, looks like we do got Edwin Diaz in the building. Got Walton, Rome Ross, Aiden Martinez, X-Men exclusives. What's going on, X-Men? Archangel, Keesis, man, you were just on episode 14, so I appreciate you coming back. Optimus 1466, what's good, man?
What's up, Edwin?
Oh, you know Edwin?
Yeah, I mean not personally, but
everywhere.
through the community. Yeah.
Yeah, Edwin is everywhere, man.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, man. So, just starting out, man. It's Thursday. I mean, how is your 2022 starting off so far?
Yeah, so far so good, man. I mean, I'm in Montreal here, Canada, right? So it's been a snowy start to the year. But yeah, I can't complain. In a new house now, more room for all the statues. Obviously, it's the reason for the tour. But no, things are going good, dude. I'm engaged, so planning lots of wedding planning right now.
Hmm. Yeah, most definitely, man. Whoa, engaged.
Yeah. Got engaged last year, and now we're like literally in the planning stages. We just got off a call with the wedding planner actually before I came on this.
That's crazy because it's like I heard the words and then it like flipped in my head, like, oh, engaged because I'm engaged too, man.
Oh
yeah.
Shit. Congratulations, man.
Hey, congratulations to you too, man. It's a big step.
Thank you. When's your do you have the wedding date already, or?
We're trying to get it like really pinpointed down. We're thinking March, late March, but I'm not exactly for certain.
Of this year?
Yeah, this year.
Down.
Of this year. So like it's a couple things happened last minute that might prevent it. Trying to see if we can keep everything on schedule. So it'll be March. Worst case scenario, we have a day in May as the backup date.
Okay.
So,
awesome. That's soon, dude. That's really soon.
it is
Ours is in July, and I was thinking that's pretty soon. Yours is just around the corner.
Yeah, man. Hey, the show must go on, dude. The show must go on.
This
so
is true.
That's okay.
This is true.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. I do apologize. This is only going to take 30 seconds. There's a little bit of a small technical issue going on. I'm going to pop out and I'm going to be right back in. So just give me 1 second, guys.
I'm not sure if I'm here by myself. If you guys can hear me, but if you can, what's up?
All right, guys. I appreciate you. Appreciate that there. So just to get started, how did you get the come up with the name Prime Collectibles?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a huge Transformers fan. That was kind of my first love of collecting. I've been collecting Transformers since I was a kid, and this is kind of a funny story. But when I used to be a young punk in my mid-teens, I used to tag like every idiot did, and my tag was Prime just because of Optimus Prime, right? So then I've always kind of used that. My gamer tag is J Prime, so Prime is just sort of like a natural choice for my channel. But it all comes from Transformers, Optimus Prime.
Damn. So like, is Optimus Prime your favorite Autobot, so to say?
Ooh, that's a good question. No, no, I think probably Grimlock is my favorite Autobot, but Optimus Prime for me growing up was always kind of like, I saw him as a little kid and he had this sort of like air about him. So he was always kind of like a father figure in a lot of ways, like a secondary father figure. So I always, I don't know. I loved Prime. I loved that name. But yeah, if you ask me now, I think Grimlock's probably my favorite Autobot.
Gotcha. I actually like Bumblebee, but that's more or less
Oh
because of the
yeah?
movie. Yeah, because of the
Yeah, yeah.
movies. Like they really pushed him. You know what I
They
mean?
really pushed him. He was always like that transformer that was supposed to be the gap between humans and these like giant machines, right? Like I think especially in the movie they tried to really push Bumblebee as sort of that character that understood the humans.
Yeah.
So I get it. I definitely get it. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely okay. And let me just check with the chat real quick. And guys, just to let you guys know, there's just a little technical issue with the chat going on right now, so I can't pop you guys on the screen, but we'll work through it today. No biggie. Let's see what everybody's saying in the chat. Soundwave is my favorite Transformer. I had his voice set as my notification tone for years.
Oh, that's
Dang,
awesome.
Aiden.
That's awesome. Soundwave was definitely dope. That voice of his, and obviously like the gimmick with the tapes was cool. A lot of those first generation, the first season of Transformers were super cool. Soundwave was awesome. Obviously the Dinobots, Shockwave had a cool voice as well. A lot of character in those Transformers.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm trying to think like, okay, here's a good question for you, right? Here's a good question for you. 'Cause I know a lot of people hated this part, right?
Yeah.
Were you cool when Shia LaBeouf left and it became Mark? You know what I'm saying? When Mark came in.
I'm gonna say something controversial right now. I'm
Okay.
not a big fan of the movies. I'm really not.
Oh,
I liked the first one a lot, just because it was like the first time you saw Transformers in like a real world setting, and I thought
right.
that when I first saw that Transformer, I don't remember which one it was, the helicopter now,
hmm
Transform, it blew my mind. Like it literally blew my mind. I was like, holy shit. Um, but I thought that all the movies after that were a little bit lacking. Dark Side of the Moon was okay actually,
hmm
but the rest of them were just kind of crap. So Shia LaBeouf, Mark Wahlberg, whatever. I think I prefer Mark Wahlberg as an actor to Shia LaBeouf. Um, so it didn't bother me that they replaced him, but the movie still wasn't that great. There are parts of those movies that are really good, but generally
Right.
speaking, they're just not fantastic movies. I feel like they didn't do the Transformers justice. They focused so much on the people. I think because the studios probably thought like we can't make it all about the Transformers because people won't connect with it, right? Got to make it about the
Yeah.
people. But yeah, I thought that they lost the character of a lot of the Transformers in doing that. So there's my controversial opinion on the movies.
No, I mean it's cool. Like I'm not sure if like it's true in terms of like the whole Megan Fox thing with not wanting to like work on like CGI acting or whatever.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, which didn't make sense because it was still Michael Bay and then she was
Yeah,
in the Ninja Turtles movie. So I was just kind of
which
like
was all CGI
CGI,
basically. Yeah,
right, which didn't
yeah.
make sense.
Did you hear about all that drama with her and Michael Bay?
No,
There's
what
some sort
happened?
of drama. Yeah, he said that she was really difficult to work with, and she like shit talked him. It's okay if I curse on
No,
here.
you're
Like,
good. You're good, bro. You're
okay, okay,
good.
just making sure. You never know, right? But she was bad mouthing Michael Bay, and she was basically blacklisted from Hollywood for a while because of it.
Oh crap.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if there's
Okay.
something else going on there. I don't know if her and Michael Bay hooked up. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Her and Shia LaBeouf hooked up.
Seriously?
Yeah, yeah, that was a thing because she was still dating that dude at the time.
What the freak?
Yeah.
Oh man, what the
The
hell,
the
dude?
drama, the Hollywood drama.
Yeah, like damn, I did not even know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So
I
just
only
keeping it. Oh no,
Yeah, go
sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say I only know because when I don't have my beard, some people have said I look like Shia LaBeouf, and I used
Oh
to think it was the
shit.
biggest insult. I'm like, yo, don't say that. But
Wait,
then
wait, hey,
someone
wait,
told
wait,
me,
wait,
yo,
wait, wait.
yeah,
Turn your head back to the side, dude. No, other way. A little tilt, not too far though. What the
up,
freak?
down, which way?
What the freak, dude?
I see it a little bit, right?
Now I see it,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah. And
Dude, you're
I
like
used
if
to
he
be so
comes back, if he
bro,
comes
I used
back
to be
into the
so
next
insulted,
movie.
man. And then someone's like, yo, yeah, yeah. And then someone's like, he fucked Megan Fox. You know that, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I'll take it as a compliment then.
Dude, have you seen the movie Disturbia?
Yeah, it's great. He's a good actor. He's not a bad actor,
Dude,
man. It's just
oh
that
my gosh.
he was like spastic in those movies. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, Disturbia is great. I like that movie a lot. He he was in something else I saw where I was really impressed with his acting too. I just can't remember right now. But no, he's a good actor. It's just like I said, in that role, I just found him a little bit like intense.
Yeah, man. So keeping it on the movie scene,
Hmm.
what's your favorite Marvel or even DC? What's your favorite, I guess you could say, superhero movie, whether it's animated as well
Hmm.
or TV show?
That's a good question, man. I'm a really big movie fan in general, so when I watch, superhero movies, which is one of my favorite genres, but I don't watch them just as like a fanboy. Like I really enjoy good cinematography as well. So my favorite would have to be something. Okay, my number one favorite is easy actually. It's the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hmm.
I think that's my favorite Marvel movie and straight up um, superhero movie. I thought that how James Gunn took this group of characters that were relatively unknown. I'd never read a Guardians of the Galaxy comic before that,
Yeah.
and took them and really made something special with that movie and made you love the characters. Kind of, it was for me, it was almost like what I imagine people who were in their teens when they saw Star Wars for the first time. They knew nothing about it, but the movie was so well done and the characters were so well written that like you end up loving those characters by the end of the movie. That's what that movie was for me, I think. So that would be my first one. Second one would probably be Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
It's
Wow.
just a good movie, man. Just well shot,
The Dark
great
Knight.
story. Yeah.
Who's your favorite villain in the Christian Bale trilogy?
Um, Man, I mean, I have to say Joker just because he was so well done. I feel like the Heath Ledger Joker being the best villains already is kind of played out, but I have to say it. I mean, he was the best of the trilogy. I think. I
Yeah.
wasn't I wasn't a big fan of Bane and what's his name's portrayal of him. I just it wasn't the Bane that I knew, and like he's a
Dude,
good actor, but
I gotta play my clip,
play
bro.
it, play it.
I
Yeah.
got
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding.
Oh man,
dude.
he was good in that role. I shouldn't say that. He was good. It's just I think that it's been ruined for me because I've seen him in so many other things now, and I feel like that voice that he used for Bane, he uses it in other roles sometimes, and I think maybe it's just sort of like, yeah, I don't know. It's not fair to say he wasn't good at it. He was good in that role, but Heath
Nah,
Ledger.
nah. I get what you're saying. It's just it's a little different compared. It's like, didn't he do something where it was kind of like first action?
What
Like he was
what do you mean? Like that was his first action
no
flick?
like
Or?
he like a video game like first person shooter. Didn't he do something like that?
Tom Hardy? I don't
Yeah,
remember. I don't remember. The most recent thing I've seen him in is Peaky Blinders. I know I'm late to the game, but I just finally got caught up on that show,
I
and
just started watching.
oh, dude, it's so good. It is
Yeah.
so good. And maybe this is why I'm thinking this about him is because when I first started watching Peaky Blinders and his character came in, I just couldn't get past all I could see is Tom Hardy. The way he just has a certain way he acts, and I couldn't get past it to see the character in the show for at least the first few episodes. And then I was kind of like, okay, now I get it. But yeah,
Yeah, most definitely.
but he's
Hey,
good though.
want to say shout out to Casual Nerd Problems again, Walton, Luke, Chasen, Ed Cavadon for being here. Matt, I see you. Appreciate you, man. Looks like we have a Nika Vader's collection. Appreciate you being here as well. Again, guys, just having a little tech issues today. I actually did something wrong on my end, so that's the reason why I can't pull up the comments. Dennis Perez, appreciate you being here. I'm going to read them on another screen, so if you guys do have anything that you guys want to ask Prime One Collectibles, or Prime Collectibles, sorry, just go ahead and let me know, and I'll shoot them over to him, and we'll get those questions answered. But hey, man, if you could actually take us to a young you, when you were a wee lad, what were you into?
Long time ago. Okay. How young do we want to go here? When I was a kid, like 5, 6 years old, Transformers was my thing. G.I. Joe. Okay.
Before you go, I am sorry. I gotta just put this out there. Ever since you said Shia LaBeouf,
oh no, I should never say anything, man. I should have said anything.
It is all I see.
Oh God,
I'm like starstruck, man.
I'll put a paper bag over my head now.
No, go ahead, bro.
That's funny. Yeah. So Transformers was my first love. G.I. Joes, I was into. Masters of the Universe, I was really into. What else? Ninja Turtles, of course. That kind of era of cartoons was what I grew up with, so I was really into those. There are some other shows that I was kind of into as well, but those were basically the holy grail there of cartoons at the time that I was really into. I mean, before that, when I was a little kid, I was into the same stuff as most little boys. Loved dinosaurs, loved sharks and stuff. But after that, I like. As a kid, outside of the cartoons I watched and the statues I collect, or the toys I collected, I'm a martial artist. I've been doing that since I was 8 years old. So I'm really into. I did karate, got a black belt in karate, and now I do Muay Thai. Been doing it for years and years.
I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
So just straight up.
Yeah.
Miyagi-Do or Cobra Kai?
Miyagi-Do, man. Because I grew up with the original show, man. Danielson, he was the man. But I'm only season 2 of Cobra Kai now. So, and I think at the end of season 2 was when they started actually kind of the two of them started becoming friends, and I like that because I like what's his name, not Daniel, but who's the head of Cobra Kai, the blonde kid, what's his name? Anyways, whatever his name is, I like his character more than I like Daniel's in the show. So I think as it goes on, I'll probably maybe start to get into Cobra Kai even more than the LaRusso side of things. But yeah, I grew up with the original shows, with the original movies, so I'll always have this special place in my heart for Miyagi.
Hey, no doubt, man. It looks like Aiden says, I'm an 80s baby, so number 1, Thundercats.
Yeah,
He-Man,
Thundercats too. Yeah.
Silverhawks. What? I haven't even heard of Silverhawks.
I never watched Silverhawks, but I'm familiar with it, and there are now Super 7's making figures of it as well, and they look pretty dope. But it doesn't resonate with me because I never watched the show. But Thundercats for sure, dude.
She-Ra and Transformers.
Yeah, She-Ra too. She-Ra was He-Man's cousin, I believe.
Okay.
And they brought her in to sort of resonate more with girls that were starting to get into Masters of the Universe. But she was a cool character in herself. Hordak and some of these other characters sort of came from the She-Ra universe more than the He-Man universe. Yeah. Yeah,
cool, man. We have I loved Voltron as a kid from Optimus
Voltron,
1466.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Voltron was the Japanese animated show where all the parts came together to form a giant robot, kind of like the combiners and Transformers.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Going back to Ninja Turtles and like equating it to the statue world, how come we haven't seen a Casey Jones?
Yeah, it's a good question, man. We have not seen a Casey Jones statue, have we?
No, I'd love one.
They've made Casey Jones figures, like NECA has made Casey Jones. I believe Super 7 they've made Casey Jones, but that's true. They haven't made a statue. If they made a really good Casey Jones statue, I would buy that for sure. With a swap out mask. Yeah,
hey, and a hockey stick, man. Gotta have a hockey stick.
yeah, I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
we got to pitch it. We got to pitch it to somebody. Maybe a PCS.
Yeah, yeah,
because they make
yeah,
pretty good. Their Ninja Turtle statues are awesome. I have that. We were talking before about my pre-orders. I have
yeah.
the Last Ronin pre-ordered. I can't wait for that. Have you
Ooh,
seen that piece?
I have seen it, and it
Yeah,
does look very, very good.
yeah.
I think it's a great piece, and honestly, I was very surprised by it. Not by price or anything like that, but just something like that. I don't think has been done
No,
that I can think of.
it's unique. It's really unique, and that really bright pop of color in the back of the dead brothers, the sort of
Hmm.
like spirit forms of the dead brothers. I think it's really unique, man. I'm looking forward to seeing how it actually turns out.
Yeah, like I mean, just looking at it, it's crazy, and I think a lot of people are actually can't wait to get this one in hand. I mean, you're basically getting four like a four in one kind of, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. If you think of it that way, it's really not a bad price.
Oh
Sixteen
no,
hundred
definitely
bucks.
not.
Yeah, I know you can buy him without the other brothers as well, but like
Hmm.
to me, the special part of the statue is them in the background there. Just
Yeah,
it tells a story, you know.
yeah, yeah, most definitely. Do you like because I think they just I don't know if they put it up on Sideshow or maybe just in their group, but they had teased or either put it up of the Bebop that they're working on.
Yeah, they look good. I think they have Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah,
They look good. They look really true to the cartoon. There's some of these 80s cartoon statues that I don't collect intentionally just because I have the full lineup of the action figures, and I kind of like
yeah,
that. They scratch that itch for me. You know what I mean? Like I have
yeah,
all the Masterpiece Transformers, so I don't buy the XM Transformers as beautiful as they are because I don't need to. I already have those characters. Um, and also I just don't have the space for those things. They're massive. But it's the same with the same with the PCS Ninja Turtles. I think they look dope, but
hmm,
I already have a bunch of Ninja Turtle collectibles, and I got that coming, so I don't feel like I need to collect that line. But they look
yeah.
great. I know Gem Mint's got a bunch of the PCS turtles, and they all look good based on what I've seen him review.
Yeah, definitely. And looks like Late Night Trip is saying Casey Jones would be super cool. I had the old toy back in the day.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know I think it was Hasbro or Banco, one of them. I had a couple of the original Turtles and I sold them maybe like 3 years ago. This was even before like collecting. I just sold
Oh
them,
no
sold
way.
them. But yeah, man, looking
You wish
back,
you
it's
had
like
kept
should
them
have
looking
kept them.
back? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, I know, I'm sure you've gone over this on your channel many times. When did you start getting into collecting? How long ago did you like?
You know what's crazy? I actually, and I just thought about this like a couple days ago. I actually had bought two 1/6 scale, three 1/6 scale statues for the first time. It was Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger from I think 30 was the name of the company.
Okay.
They're distributed by Sideshow
Yeah,
Collectibles.
yeah, yeah.
And then I didn't buy anything else. Fast forward two years, then I actually started collecting in I think like July of last year, or maybe like the year
Okay.
before. So I just
Pretty recently, yeah.
yeah, I just finished year one, and it's been a whirlwind. You learn so much, man. You
Yeah,
learn so much.
yeah. I know. So I just started collecting statues about 2.5 years ago. Not that long ago.
Oh
I've
man.
collected you know um, action figures and all that for quite a while, but
Hmm.
really statues. I had some. I didn't even remember this until I cleaned out my old place in the west coast of Canada and moved everything over here. But I did buy some original Kotobukiya Final Fantasy VII statues back in the day, and those are legit statues. You know, they're small, but they're
Yeah.
legit. But really, like the quarter scale and the third scale statues only started about a year or 2.5 years ago. Um, but I was going somewhere with this. Where was I going with it? I can't remember now. But anyways, yeah, I didn't start the statue game that long ago either.
Nah, and what's crazy is the very first video of yours that I actually found was the Dead Man video by
Oh yeah,
Prime One.
yeah.
Um, I can't remember why I was looking that up or if I just came across your video. Can't really remember. Um, and I just came across it, and the reason why, because like a lot of videos I kind of like click out of and just whatever, and I actually had watched it one time, couple weeks later came back to it, then I'm like, all right, I'll sub, I sub to the channel.
Thanks,
The
man.
video was very
Appreciate that.
clear,
Yeah.
and the statue was very good, and I liked it how you were reviewing the video, or the statue rather, and it was just something different, you know what I mean? So it's always good
Thanks,
to,
man.
yeah, for sure, man.
That's really nice
cool.
to hear, dude. Honestly, like I like it's nice to get that sort of feedback, or even negative feedback, like, hey, you should work on this and that. But like often, I mean, you know how it is when you're on YouTube, and I'm new at this, obviously, right? But sometimes you don't get enough feedback, and you're like, is what I'm making resonating with people? Like now that I've done
Yeah.
now that I've done my home tour, it's getting some traction, and I'm like, okay, people seem to like this, but I wonder if they also like my reviews. Is there something that I should be doing better? Should I be clearer? X, Y, Z. So yeah, no, it's nice to hear that you enjoyed that. Just as like a cold YouTube recommendation for you.
Yeah, man, and shout out John, the Everyday Collector, another buddy of mine over there in Canada. I just noticed that when you had said Zed.
Oh,
I'm like,
nice.
yeah, it's
You know
Canada,
what? You know
man.
where he is in Canada?
I don't know. I gotta ask
Okay.
him.
Yeah,
But
see what he says.
over there in
There's
Canada, man.
there's actually surprisingly, I mean, Canada's obviously huge, right? For me,
Yeah, yeah.
just to get to Vancouver, where I'm from, it's like a 5 or 6 hour flight. But there's surprisingly a lot of collectors here in Quebec.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I didn't know that when I moved over here, but like I get a lot of people reaching out, like, hey, I live in here, whatever. It's cool. Eventually, once all
Dude.
this madness is done, maybe we can all meet up, have a Canada collector meetup.
Yeah, man. Hey, honestly, that would be really, really cool. So I'm gonna ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
Now, I've always asked John, what is the difference from bacon and Canadian bacon, or is that just an American thing?
No, I think there is a difference. I think that I might get this wrong. I'm a terrible Canadian. I think that bacon is like strip bacon, right? Like it's
Right,
stuff that
right.
you fry up. It's
Yeah.
bacon. I think Canadian bacon is like a round piece of ham. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. I should Google this. Now you got me wondering. I think that's the difference though. Let me look up Canadian bacon right now.
Oh, Canada. No,
Oh,
man, that's
say can you? Oh, okay. So yeah, so it looks like Canadian bacon is like a cut of bacon that includes the pork loin. So it comes sometimes in those round bits, or sometimes it's kind of more flat. But yeah, honestly, dude, I never eat that stuff. If I eat bacon, it's going to be the strips of bacon and
yeah,
crispy.
no doubt, man, no doubt.
Yeah.
I just want to pull this up real quick because people gotta see, man. For those of you guys out there, definitely go ahead and subscribe to Prime Collectibles. Check out the channel. Obviously, there's a lot of different content out there. Especially, looks like we got some samurai action going on here, Iron Studios, as well as the Sentinel #3. So that's pretty cool there.
Yeah, I got all 3 of those Iron Studio Sentinels. They're pretty
Oh man,
fantastic.
yeah, yeah. I have a couple of them like right above me. Well, just proximity pieces.
Nice.
Yeah. So definitely shout out to you for those. And
Yeah, they're great.
just look at the traction on the room tour.
That's
40K
crazy.
and 12K, and it's crazy.
man.
Because
It's
I
really
remember when I
crazy.
clicked on it, it said like 20 videos. I was one of the first ones. I
Yeah.
turned that notification bell on, man. Um, and I was just like, damn. I ain't gonna lie. I literally didn't watch it until I could watch part 2. Because I'm like, I gotta see both. I gotta see both. Once she was like, it's part 2, I gotta see both. I'm
like a
sorry.
series. Don't start until it's all done.
Oh,
Yeah.
no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
doubt.
No, it's
Hey,
it's crazy the traction I've been getting, to be honest. I had, I think, 400 subs like a week ago,
yeah.
400 and something a week ago, and now I'm at 1.6. Yeah, it's fun. It's exciting.
Man, dude, yeah, you on that level, man. Cause I have like four something, man. So
Yeah,
hey, you on that level now, man.
you
And
just
this
gotta do a
is
new room tour.
just gotta do.
You'll be able to, just like that.
Yeah, dude, and it's crazy because it's so well displayed. And you had mentioned that you just recently moved. Was this
Mhm.
always the vision? When you were going to the new place?
Yeah, so I was in a pretty small apartment before, like 800 square feet, and a lot of these statues just didn't fit in there. You know, as they were collecting, they would just go straight to storage. I would take them out, look at them. Some of them I didn't even take out of boxes, like these Prime One pieces. Swamp Thing
Yeah.
sat in a box for months just because I
Oh
didn't
wow.
have room to even take them out and look at them. So um, I knew it was time to get a bigger place. Like I'm obviously my fiance girlfriend at the time moved in, and we knew we needed a bigger place. But when I was looking, always in the back of my mind was like, I need a place where I can display my statues because I'm not going to have these things. I'm not paying this much to have these things sit in boxes. So
Yeah.
my vision was always, and I didn't fully realize it here, but it's good enough for now. I
Hmm.
always wanted to have a section of my house which is like a museum. Like I wanted it to literally look like a museum, not like just a collection, but I
Yep.
wanted it to look like you go into a museum, the proper museum lighting, glass in front of it. You know, um,
Yep.
now I don't have space for that here, and I couldn't even do custom cabinets because it was just too hard to find someone to work with wood right now
Yeah.
because of
Right
all
now. Yeah.
the shortages. So I ended up just going with IKEA stuff and sort of reinforcing things and kind of adding things to it. And it's good enough for now. But my ultimate vision is really to like have an area that straight up looks like a museum.
Yeah, and it's crazy you say that because I did a room tour for Sick Mansion Collectibles, and in
Oh
my
yeah,
room tour,
yeah.
oh, you saw it,
No,
like,
I haven't seen the room tour, but I know Sick Mansion Collectibles, of course. Yeah.
and like I specifically said in the video, like, hey, this isn't gonna how it's gonna look in 6 months, and I since that video like 2 months ago, I took everything out, sold everything that needed to be sold that was just from year one of buying everything,
Yeah.
so now it looks pretty empty, but as stuff is coming in. I've changed everything up because I was telling my fiance, I'm like, I really want when somebody comes down here, it's more of a gallery. When I walk in here, it's
Yeah.
more of a like you appreciate, let's say Superman, for example, you appreciate that character and you get to really see it displayed at its full potential, like you mentioned, with lighting,
Yep.
with what it's actually being sat on, everything, man. So I can really appreciate that. And honestly, my favorite part was I don't know what you call it, but the part where it's like overlooking the like stairs, like
Oh
it's
yeah.
high up.
It's kind of the lounge area at the top of the stairs
Yeah,
with
that's
all the
the part
Prime
I
One
really
pieces.
liked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that worked out really well. I was not as happy with it for the reason that we're talking about. I just didn't have it lit properly.
Hmm.
I didn't have lighting in the ceiling, proper spotlights, and so I was using puck like IKEA puck lighting to underlight, but it just wasn't looking good. And I told Sue, my fiance, I was like, I'm gonna sell all these. She's like, you're crazy. We literally just bought a new place so you can fit this stuff. And I'm like, I just don't like how it looks and it's bugging me. And I'm gonna sell all my 1/3 scale DC stuff. And then it was her that suggested like, why don't you try playing around with the lighting, do some different things before you sell it all? Because she's like, it looks good. Like I like how it looks. I think you can make it work. So that's what I did. I changed some of the levels. I had it in two where there was a level of them all behind and then a level all in front, and it was just too busy for the eye. So now I kind of I have it in a place where I like it, and it's so much better. But it just goes to show you what proper lighting can do. When I turn on all the lights
Yeah.
in my place and the proper lighting isn't on the collection, it looks completely different. It just looks like a bunch of statues. I mean, it's nice, but it's not the same thing. You know, it doesn't have that class.
No, definitely, man. And so does she help you a lot, in terms of the hobby, in terms of maybe like unboxings or hey, do you think it should go here? Do you think it should go there? Like, how is her interaction? Like, what does she think about this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's a fair question. Um, she used to be the one that was holding the camera for me before I actually had found a buddy who, interestingly enough, is her best friend's boyfriend. His name's Colvin, and he's the one who's now taken my videos. If you look at my videos 5 months ago and then you look at the videos now, my reviews, you're gonna be like, yo, those look so ghetto back then. That's when I was using my camera and my the poor Sue was like recording for me. So she used to help out in that way. Now I have this guy that does it, but she still I pretty much know what I'm looking for when it comes to
Hmm.
how I display things. I'm a little bit OCD, to be honest. Like I
Oh
want
yeah.
things to just look right. So I know I don't necessarily need her constantly helping me with that. But every now and then I will say like, hey, what do you think of this look? Does this look good? If I've been staring at too long and I'm not objective anymore. So she does help. And I mean, realistically, she just helps in that she's open to this stuff and she's cool.
Oh man,
That's
dude.
a massive, massive thing, man, that a lot of women are not about. You know what I mean? She's just a cool chick. She looks at all my statues, even these, I got these like sexy girl statues, and she's like, I love that. That's dope. That's cool. She's just a very easygoing and chill person, which is the biggest help.
Keeper.
Yeah, I know.
Nah, it's crazy because like I was talking to my fiance and I'm like, hey, I've been looking at this statue since they announced it. I know a lot of people are giving it a little bit of flack for a certain particular part on the portrait. I'm like, hey, I plan on getting this. You thinking? Will you do a reveal with me?
Nice.
Will you do a reveal with me? Because like we had this old channel, I stopped it because it was more forced. It was trying to get subscribers, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas now, this is all organic. It grows how it grows, and this was like doing reviews and all that's like movie reviews, trailer reactions, just more like fake stuff, man. And she would do those with me a couple times or join in. Some of them were real, but like right now, everything is all organic. It's stuff you're passionate about. And I'm like, she helps me hang up the art prints and stuff on the wall. And
it's a nice feeling.
Like,
yeah,
it is.
It's a nice. What I was gonna say is, it's a nice feeling to. I have the same approach to my channel. I really have no expectations from it at all. There will probably never be a time in my life where an hour put into my channel is going to make me more money than an hour put into my business. It's not going to happen. So this, for me, it's not a business. It's just, I just do it to share my passion with other people who like this stuff. You know what I mean? And like my reward is seeing people comment on the videos like, yo, I love that. Or yeah, I was thinking about getting this and now seeing your review, I'm going to get it. Like that's exciting. And I'm sure you feel the same way, that's the reward of it. Right?
Yeah, it's cool because like certain people will like ask you like, hey, what do you think about this? Or hey, how long did that take to come from if I order directly through Prime One or whatever? You might get questions like the very first time I actually realized how big a 1/3 actually was when I saw the Dead Man, because like I think you had put it on a table as you were unboxing it.
Yeah,
and I was just like, holy cow, like that's big.
Yeah. My first statue was a 1/3, so I was blown away.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, my first statue that I got in was PCS Chun-Li, and I unboxed her and I was just like, holy shit, man, this thing is huge. I talked about this on I don't remember if it was on the Rad Titan chat or somewhere else, but it's worth mentioning again. I think what got me into statue collecting is I got that one. And I was like, okay, this looks kind of cool. I'm looking forward to getting it. But when I unboxed it, and just like the impact it had being so huge, brought me back to when you're a little kid and you get toys. Like nothing had really replicated that. You know what I mean? I've been collecting since, I've been collecting action figures and stuff, and I like getting them in. But nothing sort of was that like, holy shit moment until I got my first statue. Then I was just like, wow, this gives that same sort of feeling as when you're a little kid getting a toy for the first time.
Yeah, man, definitely, no doubt. Want to say appreciate you, Pudgy, for being here. You say, hey, y'all, late to the party was unboxing. Hope you understand. We definitely understand. You're unboxing something. You're probably excited, man.
I wonder what they're unboxing.
Hey, Pudgy, let us know what you was unboxing, man. Appreciate Paulie's Hideout. He said, LOL, the first 1/3 statue I saw was a Prime 1 Killer Croc at Midtown Comics in New York.
And that thing's huge.
Is that the Arkham one?
Yeah, that's what I assume so. That thing's massive. Yeah. Was it like this for you? I remember now what my point when I said that I just started collecting 2.5 years ago. Did you have a similar scenario where once you discovered that you could collect statues of all these things that you're into, the superheroes or whatever it is for you, I think almost every statue collector initially that first year goes down a rabbit hole. You discover Sideshow and you're like, oh my God, what? They have Ninja Turtles? Yeah. What? They have, this superhero, that superhero, and you just start a pre-order frenzy. And then next thing you know, you look at your pre-order list and you're like, oh, what have I done? I don't have the room.
The thing is like, we've all seen like coloring books and toy figures from Walmart or whatever toy store or Toys R Us, or even you may have a Superman freaking puzzle that you put together,
Yeah.
but to actually see a statue, that is another level to see like, hey, I can have Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire or whatever in my room. Like that is a completely different feeling, dude. Like
Yep.
it's a
There's something
feeling.
special about it.
It is. And
Yeah.
yes, I did go down the rabbit hole big time, like big time. It looks like Pudgy says he was opening up XM Studios Wolverine Weapon X.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Nice.
I've got a custom Weapon X that I was just looking at the pre-order on, seeing what's going on with that. The one where he's in the tube.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I've seen that one. Yeah.
It looks pretty cool, man. But I know that XM one. I think that's kind of the holy grail of Weapon X's right now.
Weapon X,
That one
yeah.
that he opened. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Ask him if he likes it now that it's in front of him.
Hey, Pudgy, do you like it? Are you impressed with it? Oh wait, he says yes, it's so impressive, Jason.
Cool. Very cool.
All right,
Yeah.
cool, man, cool. So I do want to ask you a question here. Like you mentioned your fiance
Mhm.
and a couple, a buddy there that's helping you out. But
Yeah.
what about family? What does your family think of this, or do they know?
Yeah, they know. My family's all back in BC, in the west coast of Canada.
Okay.
They live in a city called Victoria. It's a little island off the coast of Vancouver, or on an island off the coast of Vancouver. So I was going to say they haven't seen it in person, but that's not true. My mom was here recently, and my mom's an artist. So my mom's an artist and an art teacher. So she's really, really into all this stuff. When I showed her my collection, she thought it was amazing. She was actually one of the ones that was helping me figure out how to properly light that DC lineup that I have.
In the new space.
In the new
spot.
space. Yeah, she
Oh,
came
wow.
here. She's a great woman, man. She came here to help us decorate the place. So her and Sue basically decorated everything that wasn't being decorated with statues. All the other rooms, they basically, this was the deal. I told Sue, I'm like, give me 3 areas of the house that I can make my own with statues. The rest of the house, you decorate it. You do whatever the hell you want. And so my mom came over, and the two of them basically were interior designers, figuring it out. So long-winded way of saying my mom's super supportive. I think my dad just doesn't care. He's just like, he's probably just like, oh, that's kind of cool, whatever, like he's off filming. He doesn't care about this. But my brother is a collector as well. He doesn't collect as much as I do, but he's got a cool little man cave in his new place as well. Collects a lot of I don't know. Do you know who Tintin is? I don't know how you say it. There's
No.
He's a little French comic. No, he's not a comic. What is he? He's like I don't know how to describe it, but he's basically a comic book. And they made a movie about him as well. He goes on adventures. He's got a little dog. So my brother's really into Tintin. So my brother's got a bunch of little Tintin collectibles.
I think I know. Yeah, the
You
Adventures of
probably know.
Tintin. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my brother's really into that. So he's got a bunch of those collectibles. My brother's a huge soccer fan, so he's got like all sorts of soccer paraphernalia and that sort of thing.
That's
And
cool.
he's got a really cool little man cave. I was over there I guess maybe about a month and a half ago, and I was like, dude, you collect too. I didn't know, right? But yeah, and he's an artist as well. He does animation and that sort of thing. So I guess it's kind of in our blood to be into this stuff.
Yeah, hey, most definitely. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Does he have any like art for sale or commissions, or what does he do there?
No, I don't think he does. He works for TED Talks. So
Okay.
he does little animated stop motion videos for TED Talks. He also, I think, does like set design and stuff for them. But I don't think he sells anything. He does. Speaking of art, though, he's got a lot of really cool, like old school Disney. What are they called? Art cells, like animation cells, framed and
That's
that
cool.
sort of thing. Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's really cool, dude. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So who would you say who's your favorite studio to collect from?
Good question. Oh man, okay. This is going to come with a big caveat. When Prime One does something right, they
Okay.
fucking kill it. I am the biggest Prime 1 fanboy when they do something right. I just got Cascan. I did that review of her, and like I'm not exaggerating, dude. When I opened her and I looked at her portrait, I got emotional. I looked at it and like I was like, oh, I'm getting a little bit emotional here, just because of her character in the story, right? She's a very like she comes with a lot of baggage and emotion, the character, but they nailed that portrait so well that when I looked at it and I saw this 3D representation of her, I was just like, ugh. So Prime 1, when they do something well, by far to me they're the best. That said, I hate their support. Dude, I hate their support. I had I got those like Reika and Anzu. They're from what's it called? Gantz, the Gantz anime. And one of them had a hand that wouldn't magnet in properly. Like even now I'm terrified if there's any little shake in here, it's gonna fall off and break. I showed them video of me putting it on and not staying. Pictures of all sorts of angles, and they would not return or would not send me a new part. They're like, no, it's you, you're not putting it on right. I'm like, guys, I have like 80 statues, I'm putting this on right, okay? It's a flaw. And they're just like, no, it's your fault, it's your problem. So ever since then, I'm like, I love Prime 1 for what they make, but I also like, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm a little upset. So this is a perfect segue, actually, man.
Yeah.
I'll go first as well. There's a segue that I have. It's called Now You Know. And Now You Know is based off of Family Guys. You know what really grinds my gears. That's what I modeled it off of.
Nice.
And essentially anything you need to get off your chest from the community, whether it's the comments, the subscribers, the Facebook groups, the collecting companies. For me, biggest one right now is Prime 1. I got to get this off my chest, so now you know. I ordered and made every payment on time. Big game cover art Predator.
Yeah.
It's still waiting. It's still waiting, dude. It was November 9th, and I think they had said express shipping or whatever, and I'm just like, dude, it's almost going on 3 months, so it's really not express at that point. And I know there's like a lot of delays and stuff, but like there's just no communication in terms of waiting, and man.
So they shipped it over 3 months ago, apparently.
November 9th.
Dude, I thought you meant that there was just delays, and I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, delays happen, I understand, but dude, if they sent express and it's still not there, I would be livid. I feel your pain,
so
man. Wow.
I'm gonna give it until next month, so it can officially be the 3-month mark. So there, when I contact them, it's not like, oh, well, you gotta wait. Therefore, I can be like, hey, I've already waited the time frame, and hopefully something can get resolved. Maybe a new one sent out, or I don't know, a refund. I'm up to suggestions. I'm not,
You bought it directly from Prime 1, huh?
Yep. Yep.
I have learned my lesson. I will always buy through Sideshow or through Spec Fiction. I won't buy from them directly anymore, even if it's an exclusive from them that I really want. They don't care. They don't care, dude. It seems like they don't care.
Man.
They're like, yeah, we're the shit. We make these statues. You guys want them? Fuck you. Like, that's the feeling I get from them. Whereas Sideshow, the only times that I've had Prime 1 pieces, and I have a lot of Prime 1 pieces, the only times I've had flaws replaced, I had my Huntress showed up with a broken mask. I had what's her name, Ciri from The Witcher show up with a messed up face. I've had other things. The only ones that I had replaced were the ones I ordered from Sideshow, because I guess Sideshow used their clout and went to Prime 1, and they were like, listen, replace this. We're your biggest distributor. Do it. Sideshow's always been good, but whenever I order directly from Prime 1, it's basically like, too bad, is the attitude I get.
Yeah, and for me, it would honestly have to be, an exclusive. Like, I can only get it from there, and I really want it. Otherwise, I'm like, I just don't think I can do it anymore, man.
And their shipping prices are ridiculous. I had Hush Nightwing pre-ordered since day one, pre-order on Prime 1's site. Okay,
I got it too.
So,
can't wait.
Yeah, nice, man. Okay, so I got a shipping notification pretty recently. You probably did as well, or at least like, hey, it's going to be shipping soon. and shipping was like not 800, it was like $600, which is like 800 Canadian. And I was like, no, no, I'm not paying that. I'm like, cancel my order. I'm not paying that. So then I went and I just ordered it on Sideshow. And I'm so happy that I did. I'm not going to get it as early as other people, maybe. Like, you'll probably get yours before me. But I would much rather get something from Sideshow where I know if there's an issue, at least I can be like, hey, is there anything you can do here? Prime 1,
Yeah.
they just,
So two things. Number one, the Batman Batcave was about 360, give or take, from Sideshow.
yeah.
As far as the Nightwing, I did order it from Sideshow. I didn't get it from Prime 1 directly.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because I was on the wait
you were
list for the.
You were the smart one.
Dude, after the Predator, like I said, I just can't do it no more. Like, it has to, like, if Constantine, because I really want the Constantine. If
Me
Constantine
too.
or Flash comes out and they're only on Prime 1, then I'll do it. Otherwise, it's like, I can't take those risks no more, man. Just,
No, I hear you. And I kind of find that there's been a couple that I ordered from Prime 1 because I thought that they weren't going to be on Sideshow or anywhere else. Now that I know, Spec Fiction almost always gets everything, so I'll probably just order from Todd. But even
Shout
things
out
like
Todd, man.
yeah, shout out to Todd. He's a great dude, man. So now that I know that almost all of them will eventually end up somewhere else, even
Somewhere else, yeah.
the Zatanna took a while to show up on other sites, and I'm like, ooh, should I just pull the trigger and get it from Prime 1? But those things don't sell out for 6 months. Never. They never sell out, no matter how popular the character is. Prime 1 statues, because they're big and expensive, limited people can buy them. They don't sell out quick. So there's no need to day one pre-order that stuff. And second of all, Sideshow or Spec Fiction will eventually get it. It always happens. So I've learned to just kind of chill, take a step back and be like, okay, let me wait.
Hey, nothing's wrong with that. So what's the one statue from far as DC is concerned? What's the one DC statue that you're looking forward to the most? Whether it's out, whether the pre-order is already current or will be coming.
John Constantine, by far.
Hey,
Yeah.
I can't say nothing wrong with it. Like, I mean, you're getting everything, dude.
Well, it's just
Like the base, everything.
I collect. Yeah, oh, you mean with that statue? I know, man. When I saw that, I was getting a little bit like at their most recent reveal. I'm like, there's nothing here that's really doing it for me, which is maybe a good thing because I don't need to collect that much more right now. But I was like, nothing's really hitting. And then I was like, oh shit, Constantine, no,
dude.
way.
That's what I said. They were like Gypsy Danger. I'm like, nope. And this, nope. And then they're like Constantine. I'm like, oh,
You're like,
we have
yep.
arrived.
Yeah. I went through exactly the same thing. I even called Sue from downstairs. I'm like, hey, babe, come up here. Look, they're doing it because I got Swamp Thing, I got Dead Man, I've got Zatanna on pre-order, and no one's doing Constantine. And I'm like, they got to do him. And finally, they announced it.
Yeah.
There's only one more DC character that I need to have.
Flash?
No, they announced the Flash though, didn't they?
Yeah, and I love it.
I love
it.
Hold on. I like it too. I'm probably gonna pre-order that as well. I have to look something up just so I don't sound like an idiot here.
No, you're all good, man. You're all good.
But I want to make sure that they haven't announced it and I just don't know about it.
Yeah, so Polly's Hideout says, this is why I order from Sideshow or Spec. If I order something as expensive as these statues, if something goes wrong, I feel far better knowing there's good customer service in those situations.
Big time. 100%.
Oh, yeah, man.
I agree. Okay, so they haven't announced this yet. Good. The one DC character that I'm just waiting for from Prime 1 to announce.
Oh.
Take a guess. You think I doubt you'll know.
Talon.
No, I had Talon, or I have Talon on pre-order. The one that I'm waiting for them to announce, Power Girl. They gotta do an Art Germ Power Girl. They have to.
Do you think they're gonna do it?
I don't know, but I would.
I mean, they did Supergirl.
They did Supergirl, and they did Wonder Woman Art Germ style. I'll do a backflip if they do Power Girl in an Art Germ style. That would make my year. Will they? I don't know, but.
They have Black Canary. I'm really hoping they do a Green Arrow. I mean, I'm really hoping for that.
I think that if Flash sells well, they probably will. I would think so. They'll probably do a Green Arrow and a Green Lantern. I would think. But
Yeah,
I have Black Canary on pre-order through Todd actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude. Black Canary is. I mean, is looking good because you get the mask as well.
yeah,
So it's like
she
I'm
looks
like,
really
oh,
good.
come on, man.
I know. I don't know where I'm gonna fit her, but yeah.
Okay, speaking on space, do you feel like that's a problem you worry about down the line? Because you're a collector, right? So it's
Mhm.
like you're always gonna collect something, whether it's upgrading pieces or whatever. Like, how does that work once you run out of space?
Well, I've almost run out of space now already.
Oh man,
For
shit.
for the 1/3 scale line, like I do not have a lot of room. I have Harley Quinn on her way here right now. I have a space for her. Um, but beyond that, when new ones come in, I don't know where they're going to go, and I refuse to crowd it to the point of it looking like I'm hoarding. You know what I mean? Like it needs to look good.
Yeah.
So less is more. I'm just going to have to start really getting ruthless about which ones I keep and which ones I don't, because I want to get these statues in and look at them and then decide in person. And it's good to have them for the channel as well, right? To review them.
Oh
But
yeah.
no, I'm terrified that I'm going to hit a place where I'm like there's not one statue that I am willing to get rid of, but I have no room for the ones that are coming in, and it's going to happen
So
this year.
let me ask you this, if you don't mind me asking.
Oh, sure, yeah, yeah,
The home that you guys are in now, is
yeah.
this a forever home? I know we never know the future, but is this a forever home?
It is probably not a forever home. It is a we'll be here for a little while. It's big enough, it's like 2,300 square feet, so it's big enough that we have enough room to live and like grow in this place.
Hmm.
I would like to have what this is like just a big townhome basically, which is nice. But I would like to have a detached home. Like I'm talking, this is dreaming, right?
Yeah, yeah.
5,000 square feet where I can have a whole wing of the home to make a museum for all this stuff. That's my dream, and that would be the forever home. But this place is definitely good enough, and I don't see us leaving here anytime soon. Like we just moved in and we love it. So
Okay, so hypothetically, let's just say 5 to 8 years down the line,
yep,
hypothetically.
yep,
So in 5 to 8 years, you kind of know you're moving. We're just gonna say the wife at that time is like, "Hey, babe, let's just say we got two kids now.
oh boy,
We need a little bit more." Hey, no, I'm just
this
saying,
is
man.
this
I'm
is
just
definitely
saying.
hypothetically, right?
Yeah, hypothetically. And
Yeah,
I mean, hey, no pressure, bro. No pressure,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Sue's not listening to this, is she?
I feel like, damn, my bad. I feel like at that point, it may get to a time where you're like, Batman, for example, Batman, Joker, Penguin, whatever. You really love these interpretations of the character. Let's just say Libra Mayhew, for
Yeah,
example, and they're
yeah,
great. Don't you feel like you would just keep them in storage if
yeah.
you knew
This is
if you
this is my
knew?
problem, man. And this is what I did when I had the old place, my old apartment. Half my
Oh, so you've already done this.
Oh yeah, dude. Half my statues were in boxes for months and months and months. Over half. They sat in. I rent a storage space, and it's a big storage space. And over half my statues were just sitting in boxes for months and months in anticipation of the new house that we were going to buy. We hadn't even found it yet. So I've done that already.
Wow.
If I would rather not get to that place again though, because we got a lot of room here. There's a careful balance between keeping statues you like and like anticipation of the future, we'll call it, and also and then just hoarding. You know what I mean? Like sometimes making that like tough decision, like I like these both, but I love this one. This one's got to go, is not necessarily a bad thing, I don't think.
Okay, so that's a good question because like you have a Venom and a Carnage right in you over your
Yeah,
left shoulder.
yeah,
So there's a new sideshow Carnage that's coming. That's a
yep,
perfect example. Like, do you sell the old for the new if
yep,
you like the new better?
yep. I have that one pre-ordered. I'm gonna sell him once he arrives.
So that kind of kill. It somewhat makes a balance to the you know, because you're bringing in a new piece, but you're not really giving up space. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And you're still keeping the character that you love, maybe just upgrading. But yeah, for sure. But the dilemma comes when I've got a bunch of statues that are all new characters, and I love them all, and I don't want to get rid of the old ones. That's the big struggle. I think that's every collector's struggle, right?
Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. I mean, for me, like I actually did that. I had the old Carnage from Sideshow, and I did go ahead and get rid of it. I actually got rid of the Venom as well. Trying to think what else I got rid of. I actually went ahead and got rid of anything that was movie, other than horror, because obviously horror, I mean, they're a movie, like there's no getting around that part. I have a couple horror statues, as well as I will be getting some Star Wars, which technically isn't movie because it's Mythos line.
Yeah. That new Vader looks awesome. Oh my god, man, that thing looks good. I saw that. I'm a really big fan of dramatic capes. That's probably why I love Batman and Spawn so much. But I saw that and I was just like, oh my god, that looks menacing.
Dude, I'm actually bringing it up right now, man.
Nice, bring it up.
Bro, I'm bringing it up right now.
I wanted to ask you also. Oh, dude, that thing's a thing of beauty. I don't actually collect Star Wars statues, but I'm a big Star Wars fan, and that thing is awesome. A really cool interpretation of the character, in my opinion.
What do you think about the price point and the fact that we have an EX?
I think the price
to $650.
I think it's a quarter scale, right?
It's a quarter scale, man.
Dude, that price is fantastic. Fantastic price, in my opinion. What do purists think of this? Do they think it's straying too far from the like OG design?
Yeah. Hey, everybody, if you could leave in the comment section what do you guys actually think of this statue. And again, for those of you who are just now popping in, unfortunately, I'm not able to look at pull the comments up just due to a glitch that's on my air. But next time it will be fixed. From what I've heard from people, some people don't care for it because it's not as good as the OG. Plus, it's more of like a samurai ninja type style.
Yeah, it's an interpretation. I get it, but to me, like, being an artist myself, that's how I would like to draw Vader. Just like a really cool, dramatic interpretation of the character. The folds and interest in his cape are just awesome.
Dude, look at that cool. With the other three.
Yeah,
I mean that's crazy, man.
She's great as well.
I
think she looks absolutely fantastic as well. That's a nice lineup. I think all three of those are really nice. You mentioned horror characters. I don't collect movie characters as well, but I do have some of the little Bishojo horror characters, which I absolutely love. They're my way to like collect horror icons without actually having to buy the quarter scale statues. But which ones do you have now?
Sideshow Jason Voorhees EX, Sideshow Freddy Krueger regular version. And then PCS Collectibles Michael Myers EX.
Nice.
And
how did that turn out, the PCS Michael Myers?
Very good. Like it actually matches the Sideshow ones a lot because of the base.
Yeah.
Because all of them have a storytelling base, you know, as far as like who they killed or slashed or whatever.
Yeah.
So the bases match very good. And I am getting PCS Pumpkinhead with Franco Carlissimo.
That's a nice looking statue. Very cool.
Another storytelling base.
I just watched that movie for the first time like 6 months ago or something. I'd never seen it before.
Yeah,
it's decent, man. It's a good movie.
It still holds up.
It really does. It really does.
Yeah.
No, it's just a fun movie too. That era of horror was a good time.
You want to hear a funny story real quick?
Yeah, definitely.
So me and my fiance's dad, we didn't really get along in the beginning, right? And he didn't approve of his daughter dating at all. Like he wanted to be, you have to be 30 before you can date. Yeah.
One of those dads, yeah.
And I like watching horror films, sci-fi, any stuff like that. So he had Pumpkinhead playing one day, and I'd never seen it. And you know, I just sat down next to him and we started watching it. And he's like, "Oh, you like horror movies?" And so that's how we kind of
that's
bonded
awesome. You guys
together.
Bonded, over Pumpkinhead,
dude.
Yo, that's a good story, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Here's a
man.
quick question for you. What's your favorite horror movie? Because I'm a big horror movie fan as well, and same with sci-fi.
Horror movie.
Doesn't have to be your absolute favorite, but what comes to mind as like at least one of your top?
The far as the entire franchise, I would say the Halloween franchise.
Nice. Yeah.
I feel like whether you go back to the original one or the newest one, I can still always watch them and still have that same wow factor. Like every Halloween, you can still pop them in, and it's
Still
still
get that
there.
feeling. That
Yeah,
first Halloween is there's something special about that movie. There's not even that much blood, I don't think, but
no,
it's just there's something. John Carpenter, he nailed it with that movie. The
yeah,
vibe of it, the music.
the one that they're in the hospital.
Is that
I
the one with?
recently
Is that the one with uh
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis? The first, I think it was the first one when she came back, right?
Yeah, she came back and like they're like running throughout the hospital. They think he's dead, but he's not dead the whole time.
Yeah,
And like, it's just a good movie, man.
yeah, yeah. No, I like that franchise as well for sure. I like that. I
Yeah,
like all of those horror icon franchises. Some of them are not great movies. Some of the Friday the
yeah,
13th movies suck, but I still really enjoy them. Like Halloween time, I'll watch through 6 or 7 of those things, and I will just have pure joy, even if they're not the best movies.
yeah. It's just the time of the year. I mean, and recently they just came out with a new Scream movie. How do you feel about that?
I haven't seen it yet.
Me
I'll
neither.
watch it for sure. I like this. I like the Scream movies. Is this one still what's his name? He directed it again, or is it a new
Wes
director?
Craven,
Wes
I
Craven?
think.
Is it?
I doubt it. I haven't seen his name, so I doubt
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
doubt
Okay.
it. I know. I think they brought back. No, they didn't. I was gonna say I think they brought back some of the older people, but I think it's.
I think they have. I saw there's a YouTuber that I watch that does sort of pop culture movie
Mhm.
stuff, and I'm pretty sure in the thumbnail, I haven't seen the video yet, but I'm pretty sure I saw some of the old school characters older. So I'm pretty sure they did bring a couple back at least. Maybe Dewey or I can't remember now.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Hey, and Paulie, just put in the chat, like, what do you mean? Are you say I always like the mythos, and though I could resist with that EX piece, especially that fire sword tip to scale. So are you saying that's something that you're actually gonna get? Um, and it looks like Kisa says the only horror movie pieces I Mason and Underworld.
Oh, Underworld. Yeah, good one as well.
Oh crap! And it looks like Nathan says Wes Craven actually passed away 7 years ago.
Oh shit, I did not know that.
I did not
That's
know that either.
unfortunate.
That's crazy. I did not
RIP
know
to a
that.
legend, man.
Yeah, most
He's
definitely. He's actually directed a lot of crap that people probably don't even know he directed. Like he has a
Yep,
lot of movies, man.
big time.
Most definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
But hey,
absolutely.
man, one of the final questions that I always ask, and you got to get
Sure.
ready for this one, man. It's one of the
Okay.
tough ones
All
there.
right.
So, let me see how I should switch this one up this time. What sport do you like?
Uh, Kickboxing, Muay Thai, and
Kick.
soccer. It like
Ooh.
for more mainstream sport, I like soccer, but my jam is kickboxing, K1 style. I don't know if you're
Okay.
familiar with any of these. You know,
So I won't I
Glory.
won't I won't say exactly kickboxing, but
Okay.
I'll put some same realm. So with sports, there's something called the Mount Rushmore. The top four, right? So we'll say let's say we're driving up to Canada. We're going on a boys trip, man. You're gonna show me around the town, show Cash around town. You know what I mean? What does Canada have to offer? So on our Mount Rushmore that we pass by, we see Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is up there. John Claude Van Damme is up there. We're even gonna throw in some who else? Chuck Norris, and we'll throw
Okay. All
in
right. Yeah, yeah. Martial
uh,
arts legends.
yeah, we'll throw in Rambo. I know it doesn't really
Okay.
fit, but shout out Rambo, man. We'll throw
All
him in
right.
there.
All right.
Um,
I'm
who
digging
is
this
on
Mount
your?
Rushmore.
Oh, most definitely, bro. Most definitely. Who is on your Mount Rushmore in terms of statues, whether you have them or you don't have them? Any line, any scale. Top four.
No longer having to do with fighting, right? Just whatever.
Oh, whatever you
Top
want.
four
Yeah,
statues.
yeah.
Okay. My PCS can it be anything, right? Guys, girls, whatever.
Anything.
My
Guys,
PCS friendly.
girls.
I absolutely love that statue. She's the favorite statue in my collection. I don't think it's just because she was my first one. I just really, really love to look at her. I think she's awesome. So it'll be that. XM Batman Shogun.
Ooh.
Just a beautiful piece, like a beautiful piece of art. Forget that it's even Batman. If I had like a really nice mansion with a giant foyer and a spiral staircase, you could put that thing up and it would still fit there. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm looking around here. What else? Hush Batman. Hush Superman.
Top.
Prime one, Hush Superman.
That one always makes the list when I ask this
dude,
question.
it's just, there's something special about that statue. It looks good in pictures. In person, it's something else. Just, it's imposing. Okay, pressure's on. 2 more?
Yeah, so we got Superman.
Yeah.
And Batman Shogun.
Batman Shogun and Chun-Li. PCS Chun-Li.
So 1 more.
Okay. Oh man, you're really putting me on the spot here. What is my final one? I'm looking at my statues. No, I have to say it's going to be the PCS Last Ronin. I don't have him yet, but I think he's going to be the one.
Okay, nice. Looks like Aiden says I should have said Jet Li for sure. Hey
That's
man,
right.
hey, shout out Rambo, dude. But yeah, Jet Li, Jet Li's the man. I love Jet Li, man. That Unleashed movie. He has a couple movies I just love, man.
Yep, me too.
Yeah,
Jackie
man.
Chan, you could say Jackie Chan as well.
Jackie Chan, shout out Jackie Chan, dude. That's crazy. I used to have a video game of his on PlayStation back in the day, and it was like really,
that's right. They did make
really cool game.
I don't remember what that game's called, but I had it too.
Yeah, like it was a cool game.
Yep.
I wish they would like remastered or something because I think that would be something I'd actually play. And like he had a TV show which was very cool.
Yeah.
Back then, man, so many cool nostalgia memories, man. So, last question for you, dude.
Sure.
Being a kid to now being a man, what does nostalgia mean to you when you look around your room with your collection? Like, what does nostalgia mean to you? Like, does it mean like are you wowed when you open a new piece and you just think of being a kid and you saw Batman on TV and now he is right next to you, like your own interpretation?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. I'm not sure what it means to me, but I think I reflect on this a lot, to be honest, because I got different parts of my life. I've got me as a business owner and me as a person that I have a team that I need to manage, and I need to be a responsible adult. I got a family, a soon-to-be wife, and a lot of pressures and a lot of stresses in life. And there's that me, you know what I mean? And that part of me has grown up and become an adult, 100%. And that's part. I enjoy that. I enjoy getting older, and I enjoy getting a little bit wiser and learning. I love that. But there's also a big part of me that when I get in a little Bishojo statue, I'm just like, oh my God, I love this. I open it up and I'm happy that's the nostalgia that we're talking about. And I hope that never goes away as well, because I like having those two parts of my personality. I don't believe in that sort of, maybe that 1950s, a man has to be this, and it's this, and you got to put your childish things aside. Nah, man. I think that what makes people interesting is having multiple facets to their personality, and you can be a responsible adult and still find joy in things that you found joy in as a kid. So I don't know if that answered the question, but that's sort of that was my take.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
Most definitely, man. I appreciate the answer. I definitely appreciate the time. Everybody in the chat, I see 29 of you guys, 30 of you guys out there, man.
Nice.
So I appreciate all 30 of you guys for tuning in, watching episode 15 of with Prime Collectibles with Jason. So it's been amazing, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's been a blast. I would be
man.
happy to join you on a future episode. Just let me know.
Yeah, most definitely, dude. Every other Saturday we do a bi-weekly Saturday Night Live chat where we kind of just talk about anything. That's more or less a group of collectors coming together, and we just go down rabbit holes of just collecting anything pop culture, whether it's the newest movie out or anything. Maybe if it's Halloween, we might talk about grown people dressing up as Chucky running around Toys R Us, man, or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
But it's
I'm
always
down,
a
man. Just
fun pleasure, man.
yeah, just let me know. We'll stay in touch, and absolutely, I'd love to be on again, dude.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And again, for everybody out there in the chat, man, definitely check out his channel. Again, it is Prime Collectibles. Check out the reviews on there. The room tour is awesome. If you guys haven't seen part one or even the second part, remember to check that out. Can't thank you guys enough. I actually have a surprise video for you guys. Probably tomorrow, just because I'm really feeling something and I gotta just get it off my chest again, man. So again, thank you to Jason for coming on. Thank you to all you guys out there.
Thank you, man.
And as I always say, man, yeah, no problem, bro, no problem. Cash out, baby.
Put some cash in your life, put some cash in your life. If your cash ain't right, if your cash ain't right, put some cash in your life, put some cash.